Episode 10, The Winning Battles Formula,
Let's go into the Bible.
Part 2.
Biblical and practical story. David and the three ingredients. Let's look at these three ingredients or three formulas that David used. So let's go on. In the book of 1 Samuel chapter 17, you can see where we have these three principles that works together. David didn't go to the battlefield to fight Goliath. He went to deliver food. But when he saw that Goliath was mocking the God of Israel, his spirit was tried, and not by pride, but by purpose. So you can see his spirit was very, very stirred. He chose the right battle. He chose the right battle. What do you need to learn about this? David asked, is there not a cause? Is there not a cause? You can see that question from the book of 1 Samuel chapter 17 verse 29. That was the right battle, defending God's name and freeing Israel from fear. You can see David wanted to fight the right battle. Let's move to the second point, which is the second ingredient or second formula. He fought at the right time. David didn't rush in blindly. He didn't listen to what people are saying, but he listened, observed, and spoke to King Saul first. He made his case and waited until he was released to act. What can you learn from this? He didn't act impulsively, but walk in divine timing. Imagine if he had tried to fight back before Goliath issued a challenge. It would have been premature. It would have been premature for him. So let's go on to the third ingredient that David used, which is the third formula. He wore the right armor. King Saul offered David his armor. It was big, shining, but it wasn't made for David. He took it off. Don't forget that this armor that King Saul gave to David to use has already failed King Saul. Why do I say that? He failed because him himself cannot use the hammer. Why? Because he has already failed. He has fear to face the battle. He didn't have the courage. He didn't have the hammer he has already failed him. Now he wants to give the hammer to someone else to use. But David didn't do that. David did not do that. Listen to what David said from the book of 1 Samuel chapter 17 verse 39. I cannot go in this, he said to Saul, because I am not used to them. Instead, David picked what he was used to, and he sling a 5 smooth stone, a 5 smooth stones, and most importantly, faith in God. You come to me with sword and spear and javelin, but I come to you in the name of the Lord Almighty. Do you see that? You can see that David has his what is it called? His armor in God. That is 1 Samuel chapter 17 verse 45. So he has his armor in God. David won not just because he had courage, but because he fought the right battle at the right time with the right armor. I don't want you to say, this happens in the Bible and we were not there. What can you say about our daily life or about this today's generation? Let's look at this story from a woman and her dream business.
Please share, subscribe, and follow.